We did have some high expectations here on day 2. You saw how far we got in the last episode. That was Saturday. This is Sunday. I'm kind of going to take you through what we're doing and some of the things that I have figured out on this FRANKEN Scotty. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, ring the bell. That's important. But what else is important is Saturday, day 1, last episode, we had high expectations. We got a lot done. Now we've got to meet our expectations on Sunday. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you a few things about this FRANKEN Scotty that are still getting on my nerves. So let me show you. So far today, we've got the front wall / turning into the ceiling going up. I put on the welting beforehand. Obviously, the walls are up. The back wall is up. And I cut the piece for the bed and I put it in there inside before I didn't have a doorway. That just kind of tears things up when you don't do that. I remembered to do it. We got the wheel wells installed. That wall's in and up. Of course, we got the walls over here. And then around here on the back, got the back wall up. Got it braced, and we'll be adding some more bracing as we go, obviously, but we're just doing enough to get it in. Now, I'm telling you what, things are not by any means manner fitting. So before I put the door in, I'm trying to test fit over here, our metal. So I put this front one on, and I just wanted to show you before I got moving too far. So it looks pretty normal. We've got to have 22¼ opening, and we have that down here at the bottom. And then, we can open up as much as we want going up, but we'll keep it around 22¼ 22½, and come up here. No problem, other than the 15 pounds of goop. Just use butyl tape. Don't use silicone. It doesn't work. That would be the window cutout. But now as we come around the front, look at how much extra we have. We really should only have 1/4 inch. I may take this up to 1 inch insulation just because I've got the extra metal. I think I will. I don't know. Otherwise, we're still going to have to cut this off. We got to trim that up. But what if we don't have enough metal in the back? Then what do we do? So I was like, let me put that back metal up. So I came over here and I'm like, well, this is it right here. I can just kind of slap that up there, but I can't right away. And there's a reason I can't. I've got to clean all of these staples. There's one size. There's a different size. Look at all these staples. What were they trying to accomplish? Now, what were they accomplishing here? That's 2-inch staples. Why don't you just use the devil's nails if you're going to use 2-inch staples? If you're going to be a jerk, just be a real big jerk. Put the devil's nails in. Unbelievable. So now I get to pull every single one of those out because this won't lay flat. And I don't want to just get close. I want to get exact. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is pulling all those. And I'm going to set it up here, see where we're at. I already cut those out, so I hope it sits there real nice. We're going to find out. Now, I did measure the front across. It's still 84. How in the heck it's 84, I do not know. But it is. But that's going to fit just fine. All right, I'm going to test fit and I'll be back. We're almost to the end of day 2. This Sunday we talked about getting so much done. I decided to test fit over here. We're real close here. We're close enough, let's put it that way. I test fit that. I just didn't feel like standing there and holding it up while you looked at it, but it fits real nice right there. So, what about the other side? Let's take a look. See, as we discussed, this one's hanging way too far over. But it does line up with the door. The window will be fine. Now back here. I don't know what's going on. We got too much in the back. The thing is, you just can't go ahead and move it forward because the swoosh is already cut. That may have been my fatal flaw because we have to go all the way over to here. And that's not happening. I don't even know if we have that much in the back. I mean, worst case scenario, I just buy another sheet of plywood and recut it. And don't cut the swoosh. Move this whole thing forward. Yeah, it'll cost me an extra 60 bucks. But, you know, I measured enough. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Or should I just go get another piece of skin and go see my friends up at Max Aluminum? I might just do that. Because I'm not real thrilled with this aluminum anyway. So I don't know. I've got that decision to make. But I do have another about an hour, hour and a half left. And I think I may try and get that top piece put on there. And I may try and get this top piece put on right here because we already made it. So we might as well try and put it on. Get that set. I can cut the door because either way, whether I move this up or I go get a new sheet, the door still has to be here. The door has to be exactly there. It's not going anywhere else. It's 22 and a quarter and not 22, but it's 22 and a quarter from here to here, and that's what the frame is for the door. So that's just what we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna put the rest of this together, I think, and I will say that I did pretty good on this day. I want to tell you what I'm thinking. Now our friend Andrea, she's gonna be camping in this camper, but she's also going to use it for a business that she operates. And she'll really just be using this side and the door and a little bit of modification. But otherwise, it's going to look identical to a normal Scotty. Well, normal Franken Scotty on the interior. So I think I'm going to call up to Max Aluminum, talk to my friends up there and see what I can do about just replacing this and this. Up here is fine. But these, we could make that work. We cannot make that work. It's just not going to work. And I think for the time and the trouble that we would save, it would look beautiful with brand new metal on this side, and that might help her business. So I'm gonna check the budget. Everybody's got a budget, and I'll see where we're at. Now let me show you what happened up here. All right, we got the top put on. We built the sunroof. And then we got the top put on back here. Really all I gotta do is measure on the interior there, and then I can put that piece right in there and glue and screw, or well, it's gonna be staple. And we're done with the ceiling. Inside, that's where the window's gonna be, but we'll router that out. And that's the bed, like I told you, so you can't really see the drop down. And then of course the front piece right there. We're gonna pull those braces, those L braces out, those 90s. And we set goals yesterday on Saturday. And this is Sunday, we met those goals. We found some more Franken Scotty problems. I put a full 8 hours in. You're like, hey, why don't you work 10? Well, can you see that? I've had enough of this heat. 100 degrees, man. Hopefully it cools off. Hopefully it cools off. I'm sure it will by the time you're able to watch this. We'll be back in a couple of days with something cool for you to look and learn, maybe.